Hello everyone and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host Chad Owens. Happy Wednesday, midweek, peak of the week. We are in our groove. We've got an exciting show for you guys today as always, but before we get into it, I have to remind you to turn in your football fever ballots to select long shrugs. $1,000 cash to the winner weekly. All right, plus a grand prize at the end of the season. A big green egg Kamado grill, so you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So make sure you get those football fever ballots in. Again, to select long shrugs. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. Amber Ejide, our middle blocker for University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine volleyball team, is racking up more awards. And before I get into what she got, I know that the individual awards, for players, like, I'd much rather be playing for a national championship. I'd trade this in for that. But I want to remind you, it's the individual accolades that reflect you as an athlete and as a player, and your ability to make the sacrifices that you need to make to better yourself. Because I've always said this, individual successes on a team lead to team success. And so be proud of this, okay? So Amber Ejide, our Big West Player of the Year, we knew that was announced last week, but she just became the ABCA Pacific North Region first team selection. That's huge. But I'm gonna tell you what's even bigger. Our University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine volleyball team has had 34 out of the last 36 years that this honor has started. It started back in 1986. Right? They had a player be selected 34 out of 36 years, minus the 2020-21 season because there was no Big West season during that pandemic year. So outside of that, we got players, we got playmakers, we got girls, we got women, that are getting these awards. And that's just a reflection of our coaching, our culture, and the things that we do and this team that we've built. The culture, I'm going back to the culture that we've built in volleyball. And I've spoken on this before. Our men's and women's volleyball teams are it's the best in the country, right? It's the best in the country. And people want to come and play here, right? They love Hawaii and they want to be a part of this. Everyone wants to be a part of winning, right? Winning pedigree, coaching, culture. We have it all. And so, Amber, congratulations to being added to that long list, that historic list of players that continue to get groomed and to do things here and to emerge and to become the best players in the conference, top players in the country. And representing Hawaii is always important. So we appreciate you for that. Congratulations. Look, I know it's early in the off season, but we as athletes, it's always about having that bigger goal, that bigger dream, and that's what motivates us to get right back to work in the off season. So I know you're doing just that, but you gotta enjoy some downtime. All right, we getting close to the holidays. It's Christmas month. Enjoy it, but be proud most of all of the work that you've done and the things that you've accomplished. Let's go, Bows. And talking about culture, our University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football team has that. We're about that. Head coach Timmy Chang has brought that back. Right? The fans seen it. We all witnessed it. It's here. Yeah, we didn't have the season that we had wanted, but we know we're in a rebuild. And that's exactly what Stephen Tsai is talking about in this article in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. And I've spoke to this before. I spoke to the passion that Stephen Tsai has for UH sports, and specifically University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football. And he's talking about the new Aloha Stadium, right? This rebuild process. Hey, old Aloha Stadium is still standing. It's still there. What he's saying is that we need to light a fire to get the process started. And how do we do that? Well, we need to tear down the old Aloha Stadium, right? That's the gist of Stephen's article. We need to remove, as he says, that old rusty rake in the backyard that just keeps getting weathered year after year after year. Right? That stadium was deemed condemned back in 2020. So Stephen's fired up. He wants this process to start, as we all are. And to that, I was saying, the culture, we need a home. Or we're going to be retrofitting, TC Ching to expand it to host, I believe, 15,000 next season. But a new stadium, it's needed for multiple reasons. I've talked about it, recruiting, being a Division I football program. You need a stadium. Okay, so whatever needs to be done, we need to get it done. And so, Stephen, I want to thank you so much for your passion, and hopefully this article can spike and spark a wave to get that old rusty rake out of the backyard. Let's go, Bows. Sunshine Fontes, Pearl City alum, 2019 graduate, and Star-Advertiser State Player of the Year in women's soccer, helped lead her UCLA Bruins to its second national championship. Man, this is incredible. Okay, first of all, they became the first NCAA team to come back in the College Cup from being down 2-0, right? With just 10 minutes to go, they were able to rally and score 2 goals, which was started out by Sunshine's attempt. She attempted, the goalkeeper deflected, and one of her teammates was there to score, to start that run, and they were able to win it in overtime. So that's amazing. They came back. That's history making number 1. Next, their head coach became the first year head coach to win a national championship. So shout out to you. That is amazing. I know, what a way to start your, head coaching career. So congratulations with that. Sunshine, getting back to you. You're just on a tear right now, having an unbelievable career. There at UCLA this year, second in the team with assists with 9, tied for first in the lead with goals with a total of 11. I know you're leading with a total of 30 points. Just an incredible year, incredible season. So congratulations to you and your team. And I just want to remind you guys to go take a look at this article for a deeper dive on this one. Again, Sunshine Fontes, Pearl City alum and former Star-Advertiser State Player of the Year, helping the UCLA Bruins get it done. National champs. Congratulations again. High school basketball here in Hawaii is getting started, and we've got, right, in the Honolulu Star-Advertiser, we've got the preseason top 10 polls. It's out, and we got both the boys and girls. Marino boys is ranked number 1. Iolani girls is ranked number 1. And again, right, this is just where we're at right now. We've got a long season to go. We got the full list in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser, so make sure you guys check that out. And here's always, this is the fun part. Me being a former athlete, me understanding when these lists come out and you see where you're ranked. Hey, everybody wants to be ranked number 1. Everyone wants to be at the top. And so if you're not at the top, even if you're number 2, but especially if you're that 10th spot or even out of the top 10, but you believe and you know that, man, we're better than what they're giving us. That's the fuel. I'm telling you, that is the fuel. So all you teams out there, 2 down. They're saying, you're not good enough. Preseason, they're looking at the numbers based on last year. You're not number 1. So we got to use that as a motivation. Right? I love that. And if you are number 1, hey, be proud of that. You've worked for that. You've earned that. But just know it's going to take that much more work. Right? It's going to take that much more effort to remain there, because the target's on your back. Everyone's coming for that top spot. Right? I'm gonna tell you who's coming for that top spot. Sort of combining 2 stories here. Kailua, right? And this young man is just a dynamic player. I'm talking about Johnny Philbrick, who leads Kailua in all categories. He's an amazing young man, and he's just on fire to help his team. And he believes, and his team believes in their motto, we are together. Because that community, right? All of these boys, right? They play club ball together. They know the older brothers, the cousins. It's like a huge family connection, and that's what they have. They believe in their togetherness. So we are together is their motto. And Johnny Philbrick, Johnny Buckets, as they call him, is fired up and ready to help lead Kailua to a state championship. So we're going to keep tabs on Johnny Buckets and the Kailua basketball team as they go this season. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And another reminder to turn in your football fever ballots to select Long's Drugs to give yourself a chance to win that $1,000 cash. And the grand prize at the end of the season, Big Green Egg Kamado Grill. Mahalo to Long's Drugs for all of your support. Let's continue to support local and popping into Long's Drugs and getting whatever it is you need, because you know Long's Drugs has it all. I'm going to see you guys come Aloha Friday.